Hi everyone, Anna Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today we continue our 12 cards of Christmas series and we are making a suspended pop-up card. Like always, you have a link to the measurements in the description under the video. You can go ahead and print all of the measurements and the instructions completely for free. So we're going to start with our front panel. We have a few pieces to make this card. So we're going to start with the front panel and score it at 2.5, which is the center of the piece. So we're going to score that, and then we're going to score our two mechanisms at 1.5, 3, and 4.5, and we're going to score both mechanisms exactly the same way. So at 1.5, 3, and 4.5. These are going to be the mechanisms that will create the suspended effect on the card. So score the other piece exactly the same way at 1.5, 3, and 4.5. And once you have all that scored, can move that aside, and then fold the two pieces. So basically, when we fold them all in the same direction, we're going to have four rectangle panels on each of the mechanisms. So we're going to fold them in the same direction. So this is what we have. Now we can bring the base, and we're going to draw a line. We're going to mark the base at 3.5, and draw a line. The line doesn't have to start at the top and end in the bottom. Just start it around 1/2 inch from the top and finish it 1/2 inch from the bottom, like this. Doesn't have to go all the way to the edges. So we have a line in the center of the base now, and we're going to attach our mechanism. So we have 4 panels on each of the mechanisms, and we're going to fold them in half like this and apply glue only to the last, or the first on the right, rectangle or panel. So we're going to apply glue only on that while you see the mechanism is folded in half. Then we're going to flip it, and while the folded part is towards the left, align it with the center line and attach. Also make sure it's aligned in the center between the top and the bottom edges. Just want to make sure. You can eyeball it or you can measure with the ruler. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing on the other piece. Fold it and glue it here. So we're going to attach, going to apply glue to the last panel and then attach it while the fold is to the right, like this. Okay, so these are two mechanisms. They're attached to the base. This is how it looks. Okay, so now we have a few cover papers, and I'm going to show you exactly where to put them. So just open the mechanisms to the side, and we're going to have, where I'm drawing the X's, this is where we're going to attach cover papers. Just want to make sure that you see. So out of the 3, we're going to put on these 2 and 1 on the inside, and these 2 as well. Whatever you do on the right side, you do on the left side as well. So bring your cover papers and then attach them exactly where we marked the little X's. So on the left side, we're going to cover the second panel from the right and do exact same thing on the right side. And on the front, we're going to cover these two panels from the left, and on this side exactly the same way. These are just the parts that are going to show, so we don't need to cover all the panels because they are not going to show. So we don't want to waste any paper if we don't have to. Okay, so everything is glued now. We can go ahead and cover the other parts of the card. We're going to align them with the top and bottom edge as well as the sides. So we're going to start with the center piece first and then cover the other two sides. Just move the mechanisms from the way and then glue the cover paper. I want all the cover papers to be in the same direction, so I'm just flipping the direction here of the paper. Okay, so now we have the base covered, and we fold the front panel. Remember, we scored it in the beginning. So we're folding this along the score line, and then we're going to cover this with cover papers as well. And again, you can use any paper that you have in your stash that fits the holiday theme. I'm just aligning the papers, making sure that they're in the right direction. And now we can go ahead and attach the front panel to the mechanisms. So we're going to apply glue on the little panels that are not covered while the mechanisms are folded, and then attach the front panel to them. And then you're going to see the suspended effect that they create because the mechanisms are not glued completely to the card, they are suspended. So align the fold line with the center of the base and then open to secure the other side as well. So now you can see the effect after it's dry, of course. And these two are like suspended strips, and you see that the front panel is suspended in the air, and that gives you the suspended effect, the suspended pop-up effect. And I also want to add a little element in the front. I want to add a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to attach it with some foam tape to create the illusion that it is also suspended. So adding dimension with foam tape also always makes the card look better. So I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video so you won't miss anything, and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all the projects, including the 12 cards of Christmas. So I'm aligning the element in the center, attaching it, and now my card looks really pretty. So I really hope you like this tutorial. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.